guys, welcome back. Okay, so today I wanted to be doing predictions on chapter 505 because I actually found 505 and I want to do a live reaction to it immediately after I post this video, and I will get that out to you later today, and then I'll get 2 more videos out to you, I hope, tomorrow. So just be ready for that. Okay, so just a quick recap of what happened in chapter 504 is we saw obviously Natsu and Gray fighting. That was crazy. We saw Lucy and Juvia wanting to go find the boys. We know that Lucy actually took off, but Juvia was being held back by Wendy, which I love Wendy, but it's kind of like, stop. And we also cut into Urza, Makarov, and the rest of Fairy Tail being overwhelmed by these Alvarez troops. Like, they just don't stop coming. They're not necessarily powerful, but there's just so many of them that it's like ridiculous to handle. Then we saw Eileen and Mavis's confrontation, and Eileen looked PO'd after that. Like, she's ready to kick some ass. Like, fuck whatever Zerov said. Like, she's ready to kick some ass. So, taking all that into account, I don't think that we're going to see a lot of Natsu and Gray today. Well, in the chapter. I swear it's early in the morning, and I'm not a morning person, so just bear with me. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Natsu and Gray in this chapter, and here's why. In the last couple pages of 504, we completely skipped to something else that doesn't even involve them, and whenever Hiro typically does that, that means that it's not going to be a major factor in the next chapter, because he has a bad habit of like cutting in from this like huge battle and then going into something other than the battle, and you're just like, this isn't what I wanted, but this is cool too, so you kind of have to just live with it. But judging by the last couple of pages, I feel like this can go 3 ways. The way that I'm assuming it's gonna go is Urza and Eileen finally meeting, and I'm not 100% sure about any of these, but I feel like it's time. Like, it's time Eileen and Urza meet, because I really do think that Eileen is Urza's mother. I know a lot of people are saying that it's Urza from the future, but if you just look at Eileen, like, they look like similar, but they don't look identical, and like I get Eileen's older, but it's like they don't look exactly the same. They have very familiar features, but it's just not the same, so I don't think it's gonna go that way. Plus I was rewatching, I always rewatch Fairy Tail like over, and I actually caught something in the arc where Lucy gets kidnapped by Phantom Lord in the very beginning, and Urza is actually fighting the master of Phantom Lord. She said something that kind of caught my attention, and she said, "We don't get to choose our parents." And I was like, because I actually watched a video of theories on Fairy Tail, and it said Eileen wants Urza dead because in her eyes Urza is weak, which would make sense because Eileen is crazy strong. I don't think anyone can live up to her reputation, like her standards. Like, talk about like tough standards to meet, like, Eileen, stop. So I think that she doesn't want to be associated with anyone weak, hence Urza, which we all know is bullshit because Urza's like crazy powerful, like beyond reason. So I think that is why. I do believe that it'll result in some kind of conflict, maybe someone else stepping in. That will be in one of my future videos. I don't want to spoil it now. So that's one of the things that can happen. We know that Eileen is very upset with Mavis right now, so I'm wondering if a confrontation between Mavis and Eileen will happen. This isn't one of my favorite theories that came into my head, because we just saw Eileen and Mavis having that whole ordeal with extracting fairy hearts, so it's like I'm kind of over the whole Eileen and Mavis thing, like, just for now, like, just do something else with it. So I think Hiro gets the message and is going to do something else. And the third thing, it's not really a theory, but it's kind of more of a worry. We saw Makarov being like really thrashed. Like, he's an old guy. Is like, he's powerful, yeah, but like he's getting up there. I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but he's getting up there. And he was kind of just like holding himself, like he looks in really bad shape. And he has a very, very bad habit of throwing himself in harm's way to protect his quote-unquote children. So I'm really hoping he doesn't try to pull the whole hero act and do something crazy. I mean, usually the fairy tale members step in and protect him, which I'm hoping happens again because I love those moments because it's just like teardroppers to me. And so I just don't want anything to happen to Makarov. He's the family of the group. Without him, obviously they fell apart when he disbanded Fairy Tail. I just feel like without that binding glue, something's gonna happen. I don't know, it's just really hard to see Fairy Tail without Master Makarov, because like no matter how many masters we substitute in, none of them, we always knew Makarov was gonna be there to come back. So it's like, I don't know, it's not going to be the same Fairy Tail that it once was. So I'm really hoping Kiro doesn't do anything with Makarov. Some of you guys might disagree. It's time for him to pass. It's just, I've become so accustomed to him after 270 video or episodes, after 504 chapters, you kind of grow on these characters, and so I don't know. Those are my theories. I'm sorry, I'm just like going off on track. So I will be posting the live reaction immediately after I post this one, so just be ready for that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out my later videos that will be tomorrow too, so subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you later today.